Yep, I think we are live here.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. It's Kelly and Marita with the International Association of Yoga Therapists. We're happy to be here talking with you today. We have a lot of really cool information to share about the 2024 Global Yoga Therapy Day. And before we get started, I would like to lead us in just a brief centering. If your day is anything, like ours, and we're right in the middle of our workday, and we just need to take a moment to reconnect. So if you're seated, I encourage you to shift yourself so that your feet can be firmly planted on the ground. Spine is lengthened. Relax your shoulders. Draw a deep breath in. And exhale, opening your mouth, allowing yourself to audibly let go of your exhale. I'm going to invite you to take Bu Mudra. So go ahead and make a peace sign with your index finger and middle finger. Oh, I see that triggered something on my screen here.
Not for me.
I saw confetti on my screen when
I saw it, but nothing happens when I do it.
So go ahead and take your peace sign fingers and just plug them into either the tops of your thighs or the sides of your chair where you're seated. And visualize yourself tapping into the grounding energy of the earth. Drawing stability, almost like these are your roots from a tree. Strength and stability from earth energy. Feel yourself rooted and connected. We'll take one more long, slow, deep breath. Exhale fully. And if you had closed your eyes, go ahead and open them. You can release the mudra with your hands, circle your wrists. And hello again. I'm Kelly Froyo. I'm IAYT's membership manager, and I'm here with my friend and colleague, Marita Greenidge, who is IAYT's marketing and communications manager. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we are excited to share information about Global Yoga Therapy Day, which is a project of international collaboration. It happens every year on August 14th. We're celebrating across time zones with various sessions and practices shared by IAYT certified yoga therapists or CIAYTs and program directors from accredited training programs around the globe. This event is going to offer 2 continuing education credits for CIAYTs. And to share a little background, some of you may be familiar with Global Yoga Therapy Day. This initiative began in 2019 with the purpose of elevating the visibility of yoga therapy worldwide. This was started by Anne-Marie Grace of Australia, and IAYT is really pleased to be able to shepherd this annual tradition forward and continue bringing people together for a sharing of wisdom, resources, and inspiration, and celebrating yoga therapy's transformative potential for the people who benefit. Marita, would you like to say a bit more about Global Yoga Therapy Day?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Hello, everyone. It's always a pleasure just to be here with you. And I wanted to share this quote actually from Anne-Marie, who would have created Global Yoga Therapy Day back in 2019. And she says, in essence, Global Yoga Therapy Day was meant to be a collaborative, collective, global educational effort for the field of yoga therapy. Our aim was to start a global movement where yoga therapists around the world work together to lift awareness and educate about the difference of yoga therapy. And I hear that. It kind of gives me like a little bit of like some goosebumps, because like I think this is our day. This is our day to celebrate and share with everyone around, to let them know what is yoga therapy and how yoga therapy can help benefit people, how it can be a part of their life. So, I know we're going to be doing our celebrations here as at IAYT, but, I really want to encourage everyone to like think of this as their day. What are you going to do to celebrate and share with the world about your profession? If you want to know a little bit more information about Global Yoga Therapy Day, you can head over to our blog. I'm actually going to put this in the comments. We have an article on there that says Global Yoga Therapy Day is August 14th. And if you read through that article, it actually takes you to another post on yogatherapy.health. So the blog post on there, and it goes back to when we had the first Global Yoga Therapy Day in 2019. And there are there are professionals from six different continents sharing their work. So you can actually engage in the practice as well. So you can go take a look at those. I'm going to share that post as well. So just in case you want more information about Global Yoga Therapy Day, and you want to look at a couple of those posts, and it gives you material that you might want to share in the lead up to Global Yoga Therapy Day. So that I just wanted to give that background as it relates. And for us, as I mentioned, we are celebrating, and Kelly would have highlighted this as well, we are celebrating with a full day of yoga therapy education. So that's what IAYT is doing, right? We want to expose everyone to what yoga therapy is, and we want to introduce them through movement and also lecture, right? So we're going to have these presentations, and it's going to be 3 sessions. So it's going to start at 8 a.m. It's going to be a mixture of like about 2, or I think one section has 3 lectures, right, Kelly? So most of them have 2 lectures, and I think the final one will have 3 lectures, and then you have like a movement practice. We don't want to be sitting all the time. We want to get up and kind of like move around a little bit. Well, you might not stand. You might want to stay in your chair, but we're going to move our bodies within the space that is allowed to move. So after each of those segments, those sessions as a block, we're seeing it as a block, we're going to have a 30-minute break. And as people are presenting, you will get the opportunity to ask questions. You get to talk to the presenter. So if you are here and you're trying to find out a little bit more about yoga therapy, because this is free to everyone, we're putting it out there. We want to have as many people as possible come and learn about what this practice is, how special this is, So you get your chance to ask questions. And the theme for 2024 is embracing diversity, exploring access and belonging in yoga therapy. And this is really creating this, we're highlighting the creation of this safe, inclusive space within the profession. So we want to consider how best to welcome and support those who access the practices as well as the professionals. So it's on both sides. We want everyone to feel like they belong, because sometimes we think about embracing diversity and we think about it on the class side of things. So we think, okay, I want to make my space inclusive, which is great. We want to do that. But we also want to think about how do we make the profession inclusive? Because when you think about it, it makes you feel like it's a space for you when you see other people that look like you. So imagine, you want to have yoga therapists. We want to have a diverse range of people. So it starts in that space. It starts with the professionals, and then in your space, create that environment where people feel like they're seen, they're heard, they're valued, and everyone is welcome. So this is what we're discussing here today. And that's what we're going to be talking a lot more on August 14th. So be sure to register, tune in. It's good. If you want to register right now, go to iayt.org/global yoga therapy day, and you can register. I'll give you some more information on that, but I think that you're kind of excited to hear about some of these sessions from Kelly. So I'll swing it back to her.
Thank you, Marita. And I just want to add that we are carrying forth this topic of exploring access and belonging in yoga therapy. We're carrying it forth after initiating this conversation at the panel discussion during our SITAR conference last month in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we'll be sharing news a bit later. If you were not at the conference and missed it, there will be ways that you can catch up with all that content later on. So we have some news towards the end of our session about that. I also wanted to acknowledge that July is Disability Pride Month. And this is a worldwide acknowledgement of the contributions of people with disabilities, and also creating awareness towards ending the stigma and biases that they face. It's an opportunity to acknowledge achievements, experiences, and also acknowledge the struggles of this community. And a few years back, IAYT developed our DEI standards, our DEI competencies, in working towards ways that we as an organization were moving towards embracing diversity, equity, inclusion. And one piece that we really realized was missing was the accessibility piece, to make yoga therapy not only diverse and equitable and inclusive, but accessible to all who want to receive the treatments and to all who want to enter the profession. So that is another exciting piece that will be coming forward from IAYT in the near future. But I would like to tell you a little bit while we're here about our diverse group of presenters and what they'll be presenting on, where they're coming from. So like Marita had mentioned, we're going to have 3 blocks of presentations. In our first block, our first speaker will be Sharmila Panikal Dimitrijevic. And Sharmila is a CIAYT and program director at Adishiv Yoga Therapy based in Switzerland. Her session will be titled Integrating Yoga Sutras and Ayurvedic Principles for Diverse Cultural Backgrounds. After Sharmila, we will have CV Jayanti from Manushi Yoga Therapy in India, presenting on yoga therapy's role in universal wellness. Following CV, we'll have a practice by Dr. Ananda Balayoga Bhavanani. Dr. Bhavanani has been a longtime friend of IAYT as well. He is affiliated with the International Center for Yoga Education and Research, or ICYER, in India. And his practice is titled Enhancing Perspective Holistically Through Yoga. And I just wanted to add here, there will be time for Q&A at the end of each session. So there will be opportunities to learn more if there was something that you want a bit more information with. We'll also be, during the event, putting into the chat ways that you can follow our presenters on social media and engage with them after the event. So that was our first session. We're going to have a 30-minute break. And then going into session 2, we'll be led off by Omanand Guruji from the Paramanand Institute of Yoga Sciences and Research in India. And Guruji was our special guest at SITAR 2023 in Reston, Virginia. And we are excited to have Guruji back for a presentation titled Inner Techniques, Freedom for All from Sufferings and Pains. After Guruji, we'll be joined by Siri Sat Kaur. Siri Sat is a native New Yorker who has taught internationally, and she is also the program director of Sacred Yoga Therapy based in Denmark. After hearing from Siri Satz, we'll be moving into another practice session led by Adil Palkivala. Adil is originally from India, but now based actually in my neck of the woods. He is the program director of Purna Yoga in Bellevue, Washington. And then after Adil's session, we are once again going to have a short break before going into session number 3, which it will be the final session of the day. And that session will begin with another friend of IAYT. All of these people, I should say, are friends of IAYT. I have a connection with Montserrat Gomez Mukherjee, our next presenter, because she has been a guest at the Member Schools Committee town halls, where she's led centerings for us. And Montserrat is originally from Spain, and she's now the director of the Yoga Therapy Institute, which is an IAYT accredited training program in Netherlands. Following Montserrat, we'll be joined by Neo Morton. Neo is originally from the UK. He is an entrepreneur and speaker and also CIAYT based in Stockholm, Sweden, and he's the director of the Urban Om training. And we're bouncing back to the United States. After hearing from Neo, we'll hear from Christiane Brems from Yoga X at Stanford University. Yoga X at Stanford University recently participated in a pilot program which led to IAYT's first 300-hour accredited program in Foundations of Therapeutic Yoga for Qualified Healthcare Professionals. Chris Brems is the program director of that program. She will be presenting on collective application of the Yama and Niyama as a call to social justice action. And our final presentation of the event, we are going to Canada for a practice offered by Denise Davis Gaines of Atlas Yoga Studio. And her practice is titled Cultivating Unity Within Diversity in a Somatic Sensing Experience. So as you can see, we have gathered a really broad group of people from different places across the globe to come together, share their wisdom, and share their practices with the yoga therapy community and anyone who is interested in yoga therapy. Maybe you are a yoga teacher who is considering yoga therapy as a future career path. We hope that you will join us and find something really beneficial out of this that inspires you to continue forward. I'm going to turn it back to Marita, and she's going to give you specific information now about how you can join this great event.
Thanks, Kelly. I'm there listening to you, and I really feel like I am traveling the globe. This is pretty awesome. And that's one of the things that we're very mindful of in putting together this content, these sessions for this day. We want to make sure that we really are hearing those global voices. So it's going to be really awesome. So after all of this, I'm sure you're like, yes, I want to go sign up. It is free. So you register at iayt.org/global yoga therapy day and share with your friends. You know, maybe there are some people that you're always telling about yoga therapy and you want to give them an even greater introduction. This is the opportunity because they have so many sessions to choose from. And even if you feel like you don't have to be there for the entire day, we do understand that it is a weekday, so you might only be able to catch a few sessions. But even if you can't be, we still encourage you to sign up because you're going to have access to the recordings for free again. For a limited period of time. So if you want to have access to that, just make sure that you are registered. So if you might miss a bit of a session, if you're not going to be there at all, still do it, still have it so that you can have this great access. And CIAYT's you're going to get some free CEs as well. So another good reason to show up and be a part of it. And although the event is free, we are encouraging you to, well, not encouraging you. I don't want it to seem like you have to do this. You don't have to, but if you want to donate, this also helps us to make sure that we can continue to bring you this really great content and share yoga therapy wide and far with the world. And anything, if you look at it and you say, right now I think I can afford $1, $5, whatever. No, every amount, it counts. So, and if you're not in a space that you can do that, don't worry about it. We just want you to be there, enjoying the day, or maybe revisiting at another point in time. So the way that we look at this, as I mentioned before, this is what IAYT is doing so that we can celebrate. This is our celebration. This is what we're doing, right? And we want to encourage you to also get involved in the celebration because it is our day. So if you're passionate about it, here are some really great ideas for how you can actually get involved. You can offer a donation-based class in your neighborhood or online, and you can direct the proceeds to an organization that supports access in a way that's meaningful to you. We also created a blog post on yogatherapy.health. It's called Who Are Yoga Therapists? And if you don't want to create something, we've created it for you. You can share that. Again, I'll put it in the comments as well so that you can have access to it. But if you go right to yogatherapy.health, it's very easy to find as well, just in case you don't catch it in time. So you can easily share that. Help people understand who are yoga therapists. And you can host a watch party. This is one of my favorites. I hadn't thought of, someone had suggested, and I think it was Alyssa, our executive director, hosting a watch party. Get all your friends together and, say that, we're going to get together and watch a bit of this, so invite other yoga professionals or other potential people that can be referred, such as integrative physicians, and have tea. Why don't we all get together, have tea, and watch what's going on in Global Yoga Therapy Day? Watch these sessions, So we want to give you these great ideas. You can educate your social media following about yoga therapy by highlighting the event through your channels. We do have material that you can just share. We have this stuff already created, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go create from scratch. Of course, if you want to do that, you can. But, we do have it there for you because we want to make it easy for you. Or you might just have your own unique way of celebrating that we haven't even thought about. Like, it could be, I was thinking about this today because, when you go to Sitar, you have like your Ask Me About Yoga Therapy bag, or you have like other branded items. So you can post a picture with you on social media, drinking tea or whatever you drink. Maybe you have coffee or something, you drink it out of your mug and you post that, because that's how you're celebrating. You can take your bag with you shopping or to the supermarket, turn to the outside, the part that says, Who Are Yoga Therapists? Sorry. Part says, Ask Me About Yoga Therapy, right? So these are all great ways in which you can just celebrate on the day. You do your own little bit, have conversations with people about yoga therapy. And that's why those products that have, Ask Me About Yoga Therapy, they're such great conversation starters, because someone's like, what's yoga therapy? And you have a conversation, and you are spreading the reach of yoga therapy even further. So it is August 14th. Again, register by going to the website, iayt.org/global yoga therapy day. Share with your friends, it's going to be a really, really, wonderful day. And I'll kick it back to you, Kelly, to talk about some other news.
Thanks, Marita. As I mentioned before we began this topic of accessibility and belonging during our panel at Sitar. So these we actually recorded these sessions. We recorded the keynotes, the panel session, our general sessions, And we have audio recordings of the concurrent sessions with the slides from the presenters that we're really excited to bring to our members and community who weren't able to be there in Scottsdale with us. So those recordings will be coming soon. So stay tuned. If you are part of the IAYT mailing list, you'll be hearing information of that soon. And I also wanted to mention that our next live event after Global Yoga Therapy coming up will be the Symposium on Yoga Research. This is our research-oriented conference that happens every October at the Kripalu Center in Stockbridge, Massachusetts. And this year for 2024, we are offering a hybrid format. This is the first time we've ever done this, but there's going to be a hybrid format for the conference. So if you are not able to go to the beautiful setting at Kripalu and be there and be part of the physical conference in person, you will be able to participate online. So we're really, really excited for that. Like I said, it's the first time that we have ever done this before. So again, we're trying to make these offerings more accessible for people, like I said, who maybe can't travel or, have other obligations that can't attend. And, you can just watch from the comfort of your own home and learn and kind of feel like you're there, even if you're not there.
Yeah. And what I'd like to add to that, Kelly, because we are living this theme, embracing diversity, exploring access and belonging in yoga therapy. This is very important for us. And that's why we really wanted to make sure that we had these on-demand options for you, or these hybrid options with an on-demand option as well. So, we know that everyone might not be able to make it to these locations, but you still want access. Particularly, I guess, sir, you want access to that research. You want to understand what is the latest in yoga therapy research, and you might not be able to make it there. So being able to access this with these on-demand videos, we thought was really quite important, especially for our international audiences. So we are living this theme. We are living this theme throughout. So very important for us. And I'll just say one more time, that registration is IAYT.org/Global Yoga Therapy Day. And if you ever kind of get lost, you can just click on conferences and you can find it in there. If you have any other questions about Global Yoga Therapy Day, you can reach out to us via our contact us on IAYT.org, or message us on any of our social media platforms, and get involved, get involved, get excited about this profession that we are all a part of. And so, yeah, and I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This has been a pretty awesome, and you'll be seeing us quite soon. I think we have another. We're going to be back here like in August, right? Yeah, we're going to be back here in August, live streaming. So we'll be back for Global Yoga Therapy Day, yes, but we're going to be back in August live streaming. So stay tuned. Lots of exciting things happening with IAYT. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone.
Thank you. Hope to see you on the 14th.
Yes, I hope to see you.